Greetings everyone, I am Eric Paulson with your Essential Practice. For today's rune reading, we're getting into the sun moving into Aquarius. Yeah, it's that air energy. It's that cerebral, let's break our mental barriers kind of thing, right? And with this Pluto energy that's going on the same day, this is all starting on January 20th here. Let's dive right into that and figure out what that means to us. As always, though, I do have a lot more information in the description box below, so please do follow along with the extra information that I do have provided there. Just don't want to get all super long-winded here for you. But if you want to know more about that Pluto transition here into the same sign here in January, this Saturday, along with the sun doing the same thing, definitely check out that last video that I posted, because you will get a lot of insight as far as Pluto goes in that other video. But without further ado, let's get into today's rune reading video on the sun moving into beautiful air sign Aquarius. All right, everyone, how we doing today? That beautiful sun in Aquarius energy moving on through, along with that Pluto in Aquarius. It's going to feel like this huge energetic shift, and we're not going to know what to do exactly with all this energy. Well, that's where I'm here to help provide you with some of that guidance and that protection here as we are singing out with this energetic bowl. This is to cleanse our energetic space. So at the same time, I do have this $2 note here representing uncommon abundance. So while this is ringing out the bowl with that uncommon abundance in the bowl, we are simultaneously, right, we're giving gratitude for all that uncommon abundance in our lives and inviting more of that in. While we cleanse this energetic space with the singing bowl, I invite you to take 3 deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, nice and slow, not forcing it at all. Sun in Aquarius, along with Pluto in Aquarius. Pluto reading was this previous upload on the channel here. I'd like to take this moment to thank you for allowing me in this energetic space with you. Let this be a sacred place for you. A couple more breaths. Very nice, very nice. We feel a bit more centered now, a little more at ease, a little less apprehensive. That anxiety, that cortisol starts to come down when we are more grounded in our thoughts. We're doing that breathing work. It does help lower those stress hormone levels, right? So let's see what is in our energetic past here. It's Perthro, the Gambler's Cup, right? This rune is indeed called Perthro, and why it is often referred to as a Gambler's Cup is because it is more about this friendly competition, initiation period. This can also be referred to as the womb, right? So if you are dealing with a pregnancy or have been in your recent past energies here, maybe a family member of yours with a pregnancy, okay? This is really the rune of undeterministic outcome, right? We know how we're entering in, but then we have all these interesting angles, and we don't know how we're going to come out. So that's like the universe shrugging its shoulders at us, saying, yes, whatever decision you make is correct, because it is all divinely guided. Then we're supposed to be really at peace with how that Gambler's Cup has been played out here with the recent past energies. So a lot of this is being called to be more in the now, in the present. What happens has happened. A lot of us have rolled that energetic dice here recently, right? Have faith in your outcome is what I'm being told here. All right, let's get another rune for the present energies. We're a little stuck, a little rigid, a little frozen, right? This is the ice rune. This is a standstill. We're getting ready for this big shift, right? We're coming out of some of that earth energy, getting more into that air energy. It's like use the earth as the catapult to help lift you up into those lofty air sign sites, right? Into those heights, into that shift in perspective, right? Where we're coming from that sense of security, that home, that grounded. It's time to kind of baby bird ourselves, right? And kind of launch ourselves out of the nest, so to speak, or to, take that leap, whatever that is, like jumping across this cliff, this chasm, right? Right now we're kind of energetically stuck. A lot of us might be repeating some life lessons, right? Because maybe we did take a gamble and we're kind of beating ourselves up over it, or maybe we're just still in our thoughts about this a lot. We're trying to see if we're learning all that we can learn from it. And right now it's just saying, look, dude, you're being stuck and frozen. You're being way too rigid about everything. When it comes to that, let the past be the past. Be present. Be more mindful of the now, is what I keep getting. It is good to stay on that straight and narrow path. However, this is getting us into more of our mental attributes, right? Know that we have successfully planted the seed. This is the rune of the divine masculine in the future energies position. So this could mean some healing of the divine masculine type of work that is being done in your lives. This rune is named Ingwas. This is the god Flair's rune. Okay, this is about fertility, peace, plenty, knowing that seed is successfully planted. Right? This is a slow transition. So a lot of this is going to feel like a slow moving energy if we're looking at it from that earth sign perspective, right? Maybe some of us are more into that mental, the cerebral already of the air signs, right? Of the Aquarius, of wanting to break those norms, those traditions, those outdated ways and modes of thinking. This is inviting us to have that seed successfully planted. So something that air signs are very, very good at doing is planting those seeds and moving on, planting a seed, moving on, planting a seed, moving on. We're very good with communication as far as that goes. And so that's where a lot of the air gets pretty misunderstood, is because of this constant planting of the seed. We kind of like get that, more of a chameleon type aspect, or just wishy-washy, or they're non-committal, or something like that. When this is really our path, where we're planting seeds and moving on, we're healing in that divine masculine, we're secure in that divine masculine aspect of self, right? Because we're all in this divine download process here. So past, present, future energies here. Okay, healing divine masculine work going on. We also have, in the action taken for the best outcome, some divine communication coming in. So this is maybe a call to also meditate more. And I can't stress that enough. With what I do for your essential practice, one of the key things that I always say is to be in our meditation. Be ready for that divine communication when it comes in, okay? Ansuz, A-N-S-U-Z, communication, godlike knowledge, right? So some claircognizance for some coming in, focusing and developing more of your clair abilities. This time of Aquarius coming in with the sun in Aquarius, a lot of that's going to be enhanced. So definitely those divine downloads, pay attention to the signs that are everywhere. I'm being pulled to tell you signs. Look into nature, look into numerology, look into colors, how people are. Just picking up on patterns is going to be a huge thing. Divine timing might be in play here. So that's also divine communication. Excuse me. The divine is always trying to communicate with us, and it's up to us to tune in, to listen. That's what I think the chakra system's all about, right? So we're fine-tuning that tower from red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, right? All the way up to clear, and that's where we tune in for that divine communication, those divine downloads, right? Divine's always trying to reach out to communicate to us. We have to maintain that antenna and make sure we're receiving those divine communications. So this could mean also fine-tuning and getting into that chakra work some more. Maybe reaching out into your community and learning more about that type of work, that type of healing. For those of us starting out still, definitely do not be afraid to communicate here. This is a very good season for communication coming up here, right? What's the worst that's going to happen is you'll have some clarity on it, right? So your thoughts, feelings, and emotions, this position is about Dagas. This is the rune of clarity. You're seeking that clarity. You're in your divine masculine work, and you're looking for that clarity. With these two across from each other, I believe you are going to be receiving that clarity through divine communication. Just get out of that rigid, that old, outdated sense of being. And that's what Aquarius season's really all about, too, is shifting from outdated paradigms and into new ones. Okay, so gaining that clarity. This Dagas rune, I like to think of it as like a cocoon as well. It kind of almost looks like a cocoon or a period of standstill. It's also the infinity symbol. If you study that a little bit more there, right? So it's a cause to pause and appreciate the clarity, the seeds that have been planted, the divine communication coming in. These three runes together make a very powerful triangle for you. So that's just a beautiful message that the clarity, you are in a very good mental space, emotional space, spiritual space as you proceed here. So you do have that assurance. Those thoughts, feelings, and emotions are coming from a very healthy place for you. What we have to risk, though, when it comes to that clarity, though when we're getting into that, into our ego too much, when we're still in this rigid stuff here, this is the torch, okay? This is Kinas. This is the fire, the light onto our paths, right? When we work to light the paths for others, we also light the path for ourselves. The best thing you can do for me is work on yourself. The best thing I can do for you is work on me. When we're worrying about what others are doing, when we're lighting those paths for others, when we're planting those seeds, and then we're worrying about what they're doing, and we're kind of shifting back into this dogmatic sort of mentality here from the past, instead of letting just the karmic rule out here, then we risk losing that light. We risk losing that light that further shines onto that clarity. These are both very fire energy. Okay, just wanted to point that out. Okay. This is more of a feminine energy, the masculine energy right there, divine energy here. So this clarity and this torch, they kind of go hand in hand. And the fact that they're right next to each other, when we're into that clarity and this sense of knowing, it's good to kind of check back with divine, right? And just like make sure that it's a place that's not coming from your ego. Make sure that it's coming from a holistic place, a divinely guided place, right? A divinely planted seed, right? And that way we won't have to risk this further clarity with the torch here. Okay, our possible outcomes in this are the endurance. We are going to endure. We are going to be changing. We are going to proceed. This is the U branch, Y-E-W, right? It's a very flexible type of branch, and that's what they used to make bows out of back in the day, right? This is Ewas. This is about toughness, about stability, right? With that healed divine masculine, you're going to feel that endurance a lot. Okay? This is very beautiful. This change into Aquarius, right? We're coming from letting the dice roll into growing and learning and getting those divine downloads, obtaining that clarity, and being able to endure whatever is in our path. Very beautiful, beautiful energies, y'all. I highly recommend that you also check out that Pluto in Aquarius reading that I did before this one. So this is all about the Sun in Aquarius. Let's pull some cards for clarity. These are the Soul's Journeys cards. These are oracle cards that are divinely guided messages straight to your spirit, straight to your soul from Divine. So Divine, please show us clearly what message of clarity do you have for the collective today for the Sun in Aquarius on January 20th. Starting in the Aquarius season. All you Aquarius out there, happy birthday. Sun in Aquarius. Divine, please show us clearly what message of clarity do you have today for the Sun in Aquarius energies for the collective. Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is fear. It says, I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Wow. Let's read more about that card, shall we? Excuse me. Okay, again, this says, I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. The outcome of all the choices in life is determined by two emotions, fear and love. Your soul is made of the energy of love, and fear is an earthly manifestation of a challenge. To embrace and wallow in fear is to go against your very being. Fear in its many guises is the obstacle that your soul uses to test its tenacity to stay on track, to test that endurance, healing that divine masculine, making sure we're in touch with those divine downloads. Y'all, this is like a school of learning, right? For a soul, human life can be very difficult, but acknowledging that your soul's true nature is love will always help you on your path. That's a great mantra to carry through here. My soul's true nature is love. Repeat after me. My soul's true nature is love. My soul's true nature is love. My soul's true nature is love. Not that fear, right? When fear rears its ugly head, it's really an opportunity for you to stare it in the eye and turn that doubt into trust. View it as a teacher. What lesson are you learning from these fearful emotions, right? The more you use the energy of love to diffuse your fearful situations, the less often it will present themselves, right? The more often we respond with love, the less we respond with fear. The more clarity we will have, the better the light onto our path is, the more clear this download is, the more successful that planting of the seed is, right? The more successful that healing work is, the more we are able to endure. The rolling of the dice from the past, the dogmatic staying stuck and rigid in fear is over with, right? These are messages of clarity from the fairy realm. These messages from the fairies are divinely guided as well, so I call upon the fairies here to give us a little more clarity along with the divine for this Aquarius energy on Saturday, January 20th in the Northern Hemisphere. What message of clarity do you have, fairies, for the collective, for this Aquarius energy? Coming in strong with the Pluto and the Sun both going into Aquarius. We're going to feel caught in the middle a little bit, I think. Maybe having to make some decisions. Make sure that decision is not fear. Make sure that decision is love. And let me tell you, a decision made in love is a lot more difficult than a decision made in fear, but it's a lot more worth it as well. All right, the fairies say flower power is the way. So thank you, thank you, thank you, fairies. This says spend time with flowers and flower essences to increase your personal healing power. So that's like essential oils, aromatherapy, multiple colors, maybe planting some flowers, right? And that will help instill and keep us in the vibration, the harmony of appreciation, gratitude, and love, and not fear. Successfully planting the seeds of flowers, right? Divine communication also can happen with that sort of work, right? While we're working in that gratitude and the love, we obtain that clarity, and you don't know it until it happens. But it's like that aha moment, that inner standing, and it'll be all of a sudden, and it won't come from fear. It'll come from the appreciation and gratitude from working with plants and flowers. It's so beautiful. Let's read more about that flower power. Again, this says, spend time with flowers and flower essences to increase your personal healing power. This card signifies that you'll benefit from the balancing and healing properties of flowers. Spend time in a garden or even a florist's shop and surround your home with fresh flowers. As you breathe in the fragrances, feel their magical healing abilities bathing every cell of your body. The fairies also suggest that you buy a bottle or two of pure flower essences, which are available at most health food stores. Use rose oil to open your heart to love, for instance, or sprinkle lavender oil on your pillows and sheets to calm your nerves. Additional meanings for this card are use flower essences in your healing work with others, right? With your personal healing work or with others, using a little bit of aromatherapy does help, but make sure you're not going too strong on it. I would stay away from applying it directly to their skin. I know it absorbs better as a practitioner. In that standpoint, just simply have a small diffuser and just ask your client which fragrances they are pulled to, and kind of, guide them to more beneficial fragrances for them to accomplish, or for you to accomplish your own healing work, to better facilitate, to better conduct those energies, right? All right, additional meanings are study aromatherapy, or make sachets of dried lavender eye pillows, or plant a flower garden, or send someone some flowers. Just send someone your flowers, right? About every month or so, we'll replace the flowers here in the home. I also do grow medicinal herbs. So it's always great work to have flowers around, to have their essences. Put them in a diffuser of some sort. So make sure it is also safe for your pets, okay? Been called to say that too. Let's pull a chakra token for additional meditation work to help facilitate this rune reading. I thank the divine for this guidance. This is about the heart chakra. What a beautiful energy, too. The heart chakra is at 639 hertz. Okay, and that heart chakra is located at the center of the chest, and it's associated with love, forgiveness, and compassion. 639 hertz is the true love frequency, right? If you're someone who is distrustful, unable to receive love, or has difficulty maintaining relationships, then you should stimulate your heart chakra with the 639 hertz solfeggio frequency, right? It'll help you restore balance. Once you've unblocked that heart chakra, you will find you are more open to receiving love, to give love more easily and effortlessly, and to connect with others. Okay? The heart chakra mudra is very, very beautiful. And along with the mantra, the mantra is YAM, Y-A-M, and you just think of with the flower energy, and not in fear, but out of love, we open the petals of the lotus blossom in our heart. Imagine a beautiful lotus blossom in your heart opening up, and we're just doing that. We're keeping the pinkies and the thumbs and the wrists together, and we're opening up the petals of the lotus blossom, reciting the mantra YAM, Y-A-M, while listening to 639 hertz solfeggio frequency will help greatly facilitate healing and the opening of this beautiful heart chakra. Thank you so much for allowing me in this energetic space with you. I've been Eric Paulson with Your Essential Practice. That heart chakra mudra is beautiful. We're just opening up that lotus blossom. That's all it is. We're just opening up the petals. We're opening up our hearts, right? You can feel that energy right in here, just pouring throughout our bodies, enhancing that energetic, electromagnetic even field around us that is measurable by science up to 8 feet, right? So if you're working next to somebody, or you can brush up against somebody in public and you feel that energy, you're feeling a lot of that heart space energy. So let your energy be the one that endures, right? And I really believe that's the message here as the sun moves into Aquarius season, is to really endure, just stay tuned for those divine downloads and be your unique, wonderful, beautiful self. Those attributes are going to be very much enhanced moving forward here. So as far as even the collective energies go, right? As we're more independent and more secure and healed in our divine masculine, right? And more sure about the divine downloads that we're receiving, the better we can help ourselves, and in turn be able to facilitate, be able to lead by example for others, to be that standard, to have those open communications, to open the doors to healing, to that beautiful loving energy. 639 hertz solfeggio frequency for that, and the mantra is YAM, Y-A-M, beautiful colors of green. It's mostly grass green, but you can go like, I love forest green, beautiful, okay? If you would like a rune reading or any counseling from yours truly to you, please message me at youressentialpractice@gmail.com for details, and I will be happy to have that communication with you, and I actually look forward to it. So far, I'm into one comment about those metaphysical type of elemental energy rune readings, getting back into those as far as this channel goes. So if we can get that number up to 50, I will likely change that at that time and, update the format to more of the elemental rune readings, okay? So you know what your homework is. I know what my homework is. Thank you once again for allowing me in this energetic space here with you. I've been Eric Paulson with Your Essential Practice. Namaste. Have a blessed and abundant day.